Hi, I'm Kila.
And I'm Ashley.
And we met on TikTok when our stories collided.
After we discussed our crazy, people wanted to tell us they're crazy.
So join us as we unpack a whole lot of crazy.
And we named this podcast after the one thing we definitely have in common, raising our mamas.
So welcome to Raising Barbara Jean and Wanda.
Warning, following episode is intended for mature audiences only. It contains graphic descriptions, adult dialogue, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
We talk about dramatic shit.
Okay. This episode is brought to you by Liquid IV. If you struggle to get your water in like I do, Liquid IV has 3 times the hydration of water and 3 times the electrolytes of sports drinks. I also give it to the kids because they have kids packets and because they also do not like water. My personal favorites are Sea Berry, Firecracker Popsicle, and Cotton Candy. And if you use coupon code AshleyJade83, you get 20% off of your order. Stay hydrated. Welcome back.
Hey.
So today's episode was recorded past tense. We're going to give you a little life update on present day. I've been staying on and off at an Airbnb because my house got flooded because the cutoff valve to my upstairs bathroom burst and flooded the whole damn house. So I've been fit to be tied with blowers, and I said I feel like I live in a damn tornado factory. You couldn't hear nothing. We sat outside for 3 days. I mean, it's like trailer park days all over again, where we don't have windows or air conditioners or nothing. And so, anyways, I'm spoiled as hell now. I realize that now. But anyways, so yeah, it damaged a whole lot of my house, and we got to move everything that touches the floor downstairs and upstairs has to be moved out of my house.
Huh. That's crazy. Well, you get a new house.
Yeah, but I didn't want one.
Well,
like I don't get my flooring downstairs. We have to stay with the same because it only ruined some of it. We could change the color of it, which I love the color of it. It's walnut, and I like that, so I'm not changing that. And I do get new carpet. I'm excited about that because my carpet's horrible, and I actually like carpet in bedrooms. So,
what about new furniture?
No, I don't get any new.
None of it.
No.
None of it. Not even.
No, and how did it not ruin my couch? I bet it accidentally did, and I didn't know. No, it didn't. I don't know how it didn't, but it didn't.
Huh.
Just the flooring and the ceilings and the walls and the floors downstairs. But I guess it did ruin some coats because my coat closets, we didn't even think about that. And then Hagen was like, oh, go check them. And I opened it up, and it's still dripping like all over the coats. And I was like, oh, that's good.
Those expensive coats that you have?
The one that I told you that I've had since 2001.
Yeah, paid like $1,700 for.
Yeah. I think it's like $2,500 or something like that.
I'm just kidding.
It was a family heirloom. Really? It was war in World War II, and
I mean, it's irreplaceable. Wasn't it your mama's?
Yeah. She wore it in the Vietnam War.
Right. The only thing she had worth anything.
Yes, literally. Bless her heart. I know. So that's what I've been dealing with. So nothing exciting except for that. And what have you been doing?
I have been. I don't even know. I can't even think of what my week's been like. So I've been dealing a lot with Christy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your days are just...
My days are running together. Yes, I don't even know what today is. I did hear from Dixie's coming up. This Friday you have to come.
Okay.
My husband don't listen to this anyway, so I mean...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
It is, but you have to come Friday.
Okay.
I'm not going unless you go.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Okay.
It's a party.
It's going to be a party. Will Amaya be there?
Oh, I thought you said Amaya. I was like, who's Amaya? God, I feel like I've never heard
Willa May.
Willa May, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So I got to keep her, so that's been fun.
Oh, that's good.
I know, she's so
That's
sweet.
a good break.
And she's at that fun stage. I got a video of her just tooting away.
Oh, that's so cute.
Tooting and laughing.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I mean, she toots like a man.
I also laugh when I toot.
We playing patty cake and made her laugh. But,
oh, sweet baby.
Cole had his wisdom teeth out. He only had 2. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
I thought everybody had 4 wisdom teeth.
Some people only have 1. Some people have none.
I didn't have any.
You didn't? What?
No, some people don't have any wisdom teeth. My sister didn't have any.
Well, I messaged my friend Claudette and said, is that why he, had no wisdom? It's because he only had 2 teeth.
Right.
And she said, no, she only had 1.
Yeah.
And then one of the doctors I work for, she only had 3.
Yeah, Jessica never had any.
Yeah, she said some people get lucky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, then like some babies are born with teeth. Like my Aunt Wanda was born with teeth.
Really? I've heard of that.
Yep. It's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
It is so weird. But
yeah. But pretty sure he got a dry socket. He was crazy too after. He didn't do anything fun, but it like hyped him up.
oh,
Like those whatever medicine they gave him, he come out of it. He woke up during while they were stitching him up. And I'm like, oh, he got that from my mama. Them drugs don't knock him out.
Right.
They don't knock him out.
Yep.
He liked it. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I've been doing.
Oh,
But
We're praying for her.
yeah.
yep, we're
Christy
still
and
praying
for
for
you.
her. But you know,
And we may have a big guest coming on.
yeah.
We may. We're not gonna spoil it yet.
No,
but,
I don't even want to say it because I'm afraid it won't come true.
right. But we may have a big guest coming on,
Massive
and I will publicly apologize to Kila for doubting her
Well, you
ability.
have to apologize anyway because we've gotten
Yeah, we did
her
get response,
agents.
yes.
We've gotten response from
And,
the agent.
We
I
have
mean,
agencies responding.
right,
That's new.
I was
job,
like,
Kila.
okay, we'll just add Brad Pitt to that list, And then, I mean, Kila, I told y'all she's a persistent little thing. She is. She gets shit done. So,
Yeah. So I think she could be our kid.
yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah. I just want to give her a hug.
I forget that I'm 41. I still feel like I'm like 27.
I know.
And I'm like, fuck, I'm like old people. So weird.
I know, it
Anyways, but,
stinks.
so hey, we may have like a actual like. No, I think we're
C-lister.
Tonight, so one of our friends who's a preacher come over to talk to Christy, and I'm only telling this because you reminded me of it. You know, she's been laying in that bed and hardly responding to us at all. And so Ken come over, and we've known him. He was an officer like way back in the day. He was our dare officer
Oh,
at
okay.
Smyrna High School. And so her mom and dad are in there, and he was like, you know, her mom said, you know, she used to be wild back in the day. And I was like, oh, I wasn't wild. It was just her. And Kim was like, we all were wild. You know, remember back in the day, we were all just crazy wild. And he starts telling a story about Christy and one of our friends. And I could see her. Like, I thought she was going to come up out of that bed. And she's like, I don't know that you need to talk about that.
right.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got
Some
some good
action.
stories, but I'm not going to tell on her because
Yeah.
even though her mama won't hear, but yeah.
Right.
But she did. I hadn't seen her that awake in a minute.
That's good. That's good. Hey, that's a good way to rouse her up.
Yep, he did.
Like,
He
you
was-
remember that time?
And I was looking at him like, cut. We're not talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But he about come out with it, and she was looking.
Bless her heart.
I know. And so I'll tell that story one day when when her kids are old. When her kids are legal.
She can no longer get arrested for it.
Yes.
Statute of limitations is over. The only one they don't run out on is murder, so we're probably not going to tell it right now.
I tried to get Ken to come over. I was like, hey, come on, preacher man, come on over here with me tonight. He was like, you'll have me on there talking crazy, forgetting
Yeah.
I'm a preacher.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to prepare for it.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
But all right, well, you guys take a listen to how Ashley's daughter talks about her like
Yeah.
she's a rock star because my kids are not going to do that.
I was obsessed with my mom like that, though. Like, she texts me almost every day that she's at work, and she's like, I miss you. Just want to be home with you. And I'm like, I was like that with my mom
Oh, I love that.
until I, like, realized, like, she ain't all that. Like, it's not that. I mean, bless her heart. She was as good as she could be, but yes.
Yeah.
Love my baby girl.
I know.
So enjoy this episode.
After having her on, I'm like, I cut my kids out. We
Right.
ain't
You're like, oh,
having
they've
them
been
on.
busy. I was trying to get them this Tuesday, but they've got lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm going to bring Willa May. I ain't bringing.
And I hadn't brought Jaden yet either. Y'all would get like the raw if I brought Jaden. He's like, remember that time you hit me in the mouth? I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
"Shut
what Cola.
up."
That's what mine would be saying.
Yeah. No.
Emily always talks about how mean I was and how I made her clean and it wasn't good enough and. But she's a lawyer. I did something right.
Right, exactly.
Pat me on the back.
That's right.
All right. Well, y'all have a good week, and we'll
Yes.
see you next
Enjoy
week.
the episode.
Yeah, enjoy Annie. She's a little cutie.
She is a cutie.
And guys, she's taken. She's got a boyfriend, so don't
Yeah.
even be messaging us.
She is gorgeous, though.
Yeah, she is. So back off. And she's a baby.
Enjoy.
And we'll cut you like we do if you talk about our mamas.
Oh, yeah. Don't talk about my daughter either. I'll cut you even worse.
No, those are our kids or our mamas. All right. Bye. Sometimes
Bye.
people are just stupid.
Yeah.
All right. So welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
I don't know why we say that because we're not welcoming anybody back. But today we're welcoming Anniston.
Anniston. Round of applause. We'd give you a standing ovation, but we got a lot of cords attached to us. Yeah. She said ASMR.
That's what I feel like.
What's ASMR mean?
That,
It's like satisfying.
yeah, calm.
Oh.
I don't know what it actually means.
Is there something?
You know, you don't know what ASMR is?
No.
When you like listen to people like crunch or something, and it's like that satisfying. I mean, not crunching because that may actually send you into a rage, but
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
yeah, it's like, have you ever heard something that was like so soothing to you and so satisfying?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the people do this on the microphone, or they like brush their hair and it's like so?
Like the baby shushers.
Sorry, I shouldn't.
Sure. I don't know, but
You've heard the baby shusher. Like it just goes shh, shh, shh.
yeah, it's the
They put 'em
same.
to sleep?
Yeah, same sort of thing. It's supposed to like relax your brain, but people actually like do that for a living.
Yeah.
They eat like lobster and
Yeah.
stuff just because it's like the sound of it is so.
I mean, that does make me happy.
It does.
Just eating lobster.
Yeah. Now I can
seafood.
watch that, but like I can't handle people if I can hear you eat. Like if we're together, I'm like, we may not be friends anymore if you don't.
So, like your nails on a chalkboard, but opposite.
Yeah.
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 Huh.
It's like very satisfying.
I didn't know it had a term.
Oh yeah, you're way behind.
I know.
Kila. I thought you were way ahead of me though.
No, I thought when you said that, like, what is the BDS or
Wait.
what is that?
Wait.
Behind the
What is
scenes.
it called?
No, that's BTS. Let's see.
Say BDM.
Yeah, BDM.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
God.
You hush over there.
This is why we have trigger warnings
It's
before.
dominatrix.
Oh boy.
You sit down and shush. Make me get the whip out.
Oh boy.
Smack the hell out of you.
That's hilarious.
I'm just kidding. I don't even know really what that means.
Oh, well, we're going to pretend that BDM means business decision mapping, okay?
Not on this podcast. And not on this podcast ever. All right. So, Anniston, how old are you? Oh, look.
18 and a half.
No, she's like 18 and 4/5.
You're going to have to put your closer to the
Yeah,
microphone.
get closer to my... Mama.
18 and a half.
She's actually will be 19 next month. So just like my sister, I talk for her too, so just get used to that. But go
Yeah.
ahead. It's okay. I got you.
Yeah, I'm 18.
So, how was it being raised with Ashley?
Ashley's my biggest blessing.
Oh, she really is like, that's how precious she really is.
You are sweet on Facebook.
And she does that in real
Towards
life too.
Mom.
Yeah, towards mom.
My kids don't do it at all.
Well, let's tell
I
them
love
about.
her.
I'm her soulmate.
Literally.
I mean, I just went over and cleaned my son's new house, and he didn't.
Yeah, that's how
Did he even
Jaden
say
went.
thank you?
Yeah, Jaden wouldn't.
He did say thank you.
Many times.
Oh.
He called and said thank you.
He didn't call me and say thank you.
You were on speakerphone with us.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, you didn't get a shout out on Facebook. That's what you're
No,
saying.
no.
And that's a boy thing. Jaden is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ever.
he wouldn't.
Mm-mm. He didn't even. He don't even like. He wouldn't even put like happy birthday or nothing on Facebook. He just texts me like happy birthday, mom. Like,
Kate does for Mother's Day.
yeah, that's nice.
I mean, he puts his mom in there too, but
Yeah.
you know,
Mm.
he gets mad because he doesn't ever say anything to him. Well, I don't know what else.
Oh, we'll just.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what happened this weekend, Anniston.
Oh,
So I was going to move out.
you can't.
I know.
She didn't listen to the podcast, so that was good.
You're never able to
I
move
know.
out.
I didn't listen. I listened to it when I was getting ready
today.
Oh, was okay. We did talk. We talked about how great you were last week.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have let her hear it before Friday. because
Yeah.
She is her mother's child,
Yeah.
so she's very reactive, and she got her feelings
You
hurt.
got mad, so then you were moving
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, she didn't come home all weekend.
Yeah. It was really dramatic.
It was really dramatic.
What'd you do to her?
I didn't do anything.
I didn't get the shed.
So we're getting a shed built, okay, in our driveway or like side yard. And it's like, I want to move into the shed. And I'm like, okay, well, calm down, whatever. The damn walls ain't even up. It's just got
Yes,
framing.
but mind you, she can't talk like that because she would have done
I-
and reacted the exact same way.
Well,
would've.
I was
She
pushing.
would've.
I was
no,
so
and I was
excited.
pushing for her to get the shed because I was excited for her. However, I was like, okay, well, calm down. We don't even have it's not even framed yet. You know,
Yeah.
whatever. Not realizing neither one of us that it has no water to it, so I don't know how the hell she's going to piss or wash her hands or anything. But you know, like she is like me. I'm like, that would be so cute if she turned this into like a little tiny home,
A
whatever.
little she shed.
Right. So her dad's like, no, but he's not like super like, hell no. You know, he's just like, no. And I'm like, Anniston, we'll work on him, whatever. Well, when she left, I guess she she went to go get us food, and when she left, I guess she was just like,
All hell broke loose.
yeah. She was just like, no, I'm not going to be treated like this anymore. And I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what happened? I was like, what happened? And then, so I don't tell my husband because I know that she's mad at him for not letting her have the shed. And he's going to think that's ridiculous because he's normal and we're not. And I'm just like, and she comes back and gives us our food, won't even bring it in. She makes me come out to the car. Well, he goes out with me. She's crying. He's like, did something happen at the restaurant? Did she have a panic attack? What? And I was like, no, she's fine. I'm like, she's just, I really want to say like she's overreacting about the shed, whatever. But of course he's like, well, what happened? And I was like, nothing. And then later on I had to say,
She's moving out.
she's moving out because you won't let her have the shed. And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, she's just my kid, and she'll be fine. Like again, I wasn't even thinking it don't have water to it, which it will have air and like heat because we may have like food stored in there or whatever. But not even thinking like,
I was thinking that. I was okay with that.
oh, you was okay with like pissing on the grass or whatever
I was gonna come in.
every time like Gabby's gonna go off.
Yes.
Oh yes, okay. She had it worked out. I'm sorry.
We could put her outhouse out there.
Exactly.
A bucket and a tent.
Right.
Yeah.
So
or like the old ladies, they
yes, the side toilets.
Shower.
I'm serious. I
We
literally
could get
thought
a
about
camper
that.
commode.
Yep.
A what?
A camper commode.
Yep. It's
Toilet.
like the basically
Camper
same
toilet. Yeah.
thing. But she was like so put out, and we were like, well, we bought the shed so that you could move into the bonus room, so we could move all the stuff from the bonus room into the shed. And she threw a fit for 48, probably like 72
I'm really
hours.
spoiled.
Yeah.
So if I don't get it's like insane though. If I don't get what I want for something like that, because I get really excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'll work myself up and like just like
Hyper focus. Like,
I mean,
oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I'm gonna live here the rest of my life.
Yes.
It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be this cottage home that and then I'm gonna get so attached to it.
Yes.
And this shed is gonna hold all my tears and
Right.
all my laughs and stuff. I think about this stuff seriously, and then I'm like, and then when Dad,
Hey, listen,
is like,
hold
no,
on. This is being recorded, so it's going to be here forever.
it's fine.
So don't
No.
say
I'm not- no
anything,
shame.
No,
Okay.
she has no shame.
No, I'm just saying next time if he's like, well, you wanted to live in a shed, you can't say, no, I didn't.
Oh,
no,
he knows
okay.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
But this was only for like 12 minutes, right, that you knew about the shed, or like that day, like 30 minutes?
Yeah, I didn't know the shed was even being built.
Yeah. So it was like a
I
30
came
minute.
home and the shed was being built.
And then all of her hopes and dreams went into the shed. And she was like,
Oh.
I had stuff in my cart. I was gonna like give Malaya my bed, and I was gonna do a twin size bed to downgrade. That was fine with me. Although I hated my twin size bed and I wanted a queen size bed.
right. But you were willing to make that sacrifice for the
Yeah.
shed.
I was any sacrifice.
In the whole 18 minutes she knew about the shed, this is how much stock she put into it.
Yes, and I'm serious when I say I literally thought about the granny thing that you sit on.
The toilet.
Yes. That's why I brought that up so quick, because I literally thought of that.
We'll just get you one of those vans, the camping
That's fine.
vans.
She's
Yeah.
totally fine.
She
But I
wanted
want-
a van when she got her first car.
Yeah.
If she was actually
Oh, I was so
not,
tore up about that.
yeah, she was so mad that she didn't get an 86 Econoline van, but we gave her a 2012 Mazda 3. And she was like, no, I wanted something that I could like spray paint the side and put
Yeah.
stickers on. And yeah. So Anniston is her own person, and she is literally the most unique, like precious, like everybody will want to be like Anniston because she don't give a shit about what people think, and she does her own thing. Like she literally has always been like that, and she doesn't realize how much like pull she has with like. She's like, look, she's like. she doesn't know that, like the younger people how much they look up to her because she don't give a shit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And
Always
she
be that
doesn't
way.
know that she's gorgeous. Like, so that helps. Like, you know, when people are so beautiful, but they don't know that they're beautiful.
Uh-huh.
That's Anniston. Like, she don't know that she's beautiful.
I know. I was serious. I was going to bring my son.
But
y'all could
isn't
meet.
he like 30?
No.
How old is your son?
No, my tooth hurts. 25.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Well, I have a 21-year-old too.
Yeah. But he's in like college. Yeah.
Mhm, he is in college.
Yeah.
Oh, and he might have a little girlfriend now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's home now.
Yeah. She has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you let me know when you don't. I've got boys.
Just wait a couple weeks. No, not nothing to him. Just Anniston just gets
Yeah.
tired of
Get bored.
The ADHD, like the shed.
Yeah, she hyper focuses and then she loses all interest.
Yeah.
And she's like, "This is yeah." She's so much.
But 6 months, and I normally do 3, so.
So you've done really
Girl,
well.
you yeah.
Yeah. Big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal. Long-term relationship.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
is.
Should I
That
move?
is.
You're so cute.
Stressing me out.
No,
The
don't.
microphone's stressing me
I
out.
know.
I'm not,
Hey, half the time Kila's is like in the middle of the table and she doesn't even know. And Trent has to say, "Move the microphone."
Last
you
week I
sound
laid it
fine on
down.
YouTube, so-
I laid it down completely. I don't know what happened. It died right here.
It just went limp.
Story of my life.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. It took me a minute. I may have auditory processing disorder.
It's in right now.
She does too, so it does take her a
I'm
few
smiling and
minutes.
laughing.
I mean, I'm just reading y'all's lips because
I can't hear.
I can't hear nothing. No one thing. Oh, it's been a week.
Yes, it has.
Tell me,
It's been crazy.
anything happened?
I don't even know. Is anything, I have a toothache. Went to the dentist today. My
No,
tooth
it's a
is
big-
cracked.
big
It
deal.
is. It
Tooth
hurts.
pain's the worst.
I've never had a
worst.
toothache before. Like, it really surprised me.
Mhm.
My mom used to say she got them all the time, and I just really thought she wanted medicine. So I was like,
Which
hush.
could also be true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually have a Lord tab in my purse. I haven't had one of those in my name, and
Yeah.
they make me sick. I don't know why people like them.
Yeah.
Not.
No, tooth pain is the worst pain.
It is the worst pain.
And they say earache.
Oh dear.
Hello. Okay.
You back?
Yep. But they say earaches are bad, but I've never really had one of those either. So.
I had one with this.
Oh, you mean because it went all the way up, like in your sinuses and
Oh.
Yeah, it
Down
hurts
your
like
throat.
down in my throat.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
that
And
is
I've been
the worst.
telling Brian for a couple days now that I thought I was getting a toothache. He didn't believe me.
How does it crack?
just
It just does.
yeah, just.
Well, I was in a car wreck
Yep.
back in 2004, and I think it cracked back then.
But like it's fine as long as like the nerve isn't exposed. But as soon as the nerve's exposed, that's when all the pain comes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
gotcha.
can live with like a cracked tooth as long as the
And
nerve
I'm an
is.
ice chomper too.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
probably how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hard candy, anything like that.
Kila.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's separating. So,
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
That
Bless your
nerve is
heart, yeah.
exposed.
It is. It hurts.
It's horrible. I mean, I've literally begged someone to pull a tooth out before with nothing. Like, just pull it. I cannot do this anymore. That's how bad it's gotten.
Yeah.
When are
Then
you getting it pulled?
Tuesday, I go to the doctor.
Damn, that's a while.
I know.
the antibiotics will help, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she gave me a steroid pack too.
yeah. The infection's what hurts.
So I'm either going to be throwing up,
Mm-hmm.
racing around the house, or
Fighting Brian,
trying
trying to pick up the truck
make me mad
like the Hulk.
and
Yeah.
eating everything in sight.
Yes,
Yeah.
just pray. We are
Pray.
You're in our
Every
prayers.
day. I know. I can't even think of what else we did last week. My mind's everywhere.
I moved out. I don't really
Yeah,
remember.
that mine kind of stopped on Friday
Yeah,
when
me too.
Anniston
What did we
moved
do
out.
the weekend? I don't even know. I mean, this is just Tuesday.
What did we do this weekend?
Yeah.
Saturday we did nothing. Sunday we moved.
We moved coal. Yeah, Sunday. Friday night, we.
Went to
I mean, I have nothing.
Yeah. Well, we'll just ask Anniston questions.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
So, where did you go when you moved out?
Well, I hopped a couple of couches. Actually, funny story. So I went to my friend. Her name's Gracie. We call her Judy. I went to her house, and then like every time I'd leave, they'd be like, "Where are you going now?" And I'd be like, "To my next couch." And they'd like feel really bad.
Now,
for
did you
me.
take clothes, or were you just like, I'm out of here?
Yeah, I had. Oh,
Oh, you packed your bag?
yeah, I couldn't even zip it
Oh.
Yeah.
because it was so packed. I had everything.
Did you Did you at least text with the parents while you
No.
were gone?
No, I was waiting on mom to text me, and then
Did
she
you text her?
No. I texted her on Saturday and said, "Where's my purple speaker?" Because I really thought she was coming home on Saturday. Because she didn't tell me she was moving out. I just thought she's going to come home on Saturday. So I was like, "Where's my purple speaker?" And she said, "In the bottom thing." And then I left it at that. Then she didn't come home on Saturday. So Sunday I texted and said, and I was meaning to be funny. I said, "So what did I say? Are you coming home, or are you
To
just
get your
going to leave
stuff?
everything
Yeah.
behind?" Like, laugh out loud. I didn't say the LOL. And she was like, "I can come get my stuff." And I was like, and the Barbara Jean in me was like, I know she didn't. And I was like, oh, I'm about to cuss her out. And then my sister said, no, don't react. You just, and I was like, so I just sent back, okay. Because I wanted to,
Period. She put a period.
I
on
did
it,
put a
yeah.
period. Period. And because the night before, Friday night, I texted her and I said, when you stop being dramatic, call me and we'll have an adult conversation. And she said, you got it. And I was like, if I could reach her right now, I swear to, but I just was like,
I know. We're all reactive here,
yes,
obviously.
Yes. And I told her when she come home Sunday to get her stuff, I said, if this would have been Ashley 5 years ago, I'd have you by the hair of the head and out in the yard right now. And I'd been wearing your ass out. And she was like crying. And I was like, you better be glad that I'm medicated and I'm much better than I was because, oh my God. And she was just like, she never said anything, but I was like, oh Lord. But I didn't do anything. I just.
But you're like silent
best
reactive.
Yes.
You're silent reactive. You just leave. Or did like I would have thrown a fit.
I can't because
You're not allowed
Mom
to.
is Barbara Jean Wanda.
Yeah.
And,
You're not allowed to.
yeah. There's no throwing fits, sighing.
I'm never
symbols.
allowed
We don't do
fits.
that. Yeah.
I'm a fit thrower, but I don't allow fits. Like I'm like, we will get it. We can talk about this in a calm state, ish, and we can work it out. But you're not going to kick and scream, and
Yeah.
no. Or you can go kick and scream, but not in my presence.
Oh yeah, I'm a kick and screamer, thrower.
I'm too. Well, I used to be. I'm not so much anymore. Prozac has really helped me with that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a stand back and let you kick and scream because I'm like, I want to react to that.
Yeah.
I want to, like, no, this is. I've got to stop. You know,
Yeah.
it's too much. So, yeah,
Yeah. But then in some situations I calm down and then I can calm the other person down. So
Yeah.
it's kind of either way.
right,
Like
And-
sometimes when people react, I'm like, why are you over there acting
right.
crazy
And
for?
Friday, I probably would have been like that because I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I was so confused. I was like, is it just about the shed or did something happen? And then I was like, well, she's going to be fine tomorrow. You know, she's just throwing a fit about the shed, whatever, it's going to be fine. And then when she didn't come home the next day, I was like, well, that's weird. But then I was like, whatever. And then Sunday, when she said, I'm coming to get my stuff, I was like, the fuck? You're doing what?
So
Yeah.
the shed just has walls now?
Oh, no, it's got siding and roof now and
Oh,
windows.
See, you should camp out in there and see what you think.
Yeah.
Again. Dad, if you're watching this.
I mean, she can before we put the stuff in there.
Yeah, before you put anything in it, just
Camp
Would
out
be a
in
bad
there.
idea to try.
Yeah, would be a bad
Why?
idea. You can't live in it in our neighborhood. As soon as Bob finds out someone's living in the shed, I know he's going to call the law.
I don't give a damn.
He's
What
gonna-
is the law going to do?
It's against codes. You can't just live
It's
in a.
not. My friend's brother lives in their shed.
No, they have a garage, a detached garage. That's different. We didn't even get a permit to build this shed, so we're already in trouble.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know it took all this.
yeah.
It doesn't, like, people just need to mind their own business.
I know, but they don't.
Cops.
and then if they put a bathroom in it, then it makes it like part of the
Yeah, a home.
like a
They don't
whole
have it.
other.
See,
Yeah.
he has to go to the bathroom in
Who?
Judy's house. Noah.
Yeah. That's. But they didn't just add that. Like it was already added. So if someone's staying in there, that's like not a big deal because it's a part of the garage.
We could just do a camper though, a camper van.
Right.
and then
It'd be
you
the
can move
same
it-
thing as if we moved
so
a camper.
ridiculous.
I mean, go ask Nita if you can borrow her camper that's in her driveway.
Ridiculous. I
You
know.
should never move into a neighborhood that has HOA and
Yeah.
Oh,
Snitches.
yeah,
it's HOA.
It's we don't have a homeowners association, but
snitches get stitches.
I mean, Bob called.
Who's Bob?
Bob's
Our
a piece
neighbor.
of shit.
Oh,
He's our
wow.
neighbor.
He used to be our friend.
Yeah.
We used to love him, but now he doesn't like us. He even called because our neighbor has 2 cars in his driveway that haven't moved. Like he called multiple times, and they finally just told him to stop calling.
Oh, but mind you, one of the ladies that lived there was cousins with his wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
niece. It's his wife's niece. Yeah,
And Bob called the police on her.
yeah. Called codes. Yeah.
Are they on blocks?
One is on 4 flats. Yeah,
Okay.
and one
I
probably
was
is
going
on
to say,
4
what's
flats
that?
now.
But I got it.
I mean, the guy started redoing his neighbor.
Way there it up, you can't see nothing. If they're tagged, you can't see nothing.
They're not tagged.
like those 2 cars in our neighborhood, they get on my nerves too.
I mean, I'm with him that it makes it look like an eyesore for sure,
The people across the street.
but he's kind of spiteful.
At our house, don't we have those 2 cars across the street? Are those? Oh. They probably
Like-
moved a year ago, and I don't remember.
We live in the cul-de-sac, and we all drag our limbs and debris in front of Bob's house. It's just always been where everybody's done it. Well, since he's been mad at us, he won't. His wife come out and told Hagen that he could no longer put it there, and Hagen was like, I don't know, he like yelled at her back or whatever. And then he came in. So now we have to put it in front of our house.
Is this the same person who y'all throw the mosquito things in his pool?
No, that's the one that has the car on flats.
Oh yeah.
That's the car on flats.
Attracting mosquitoes.
Because he has a pool that's got
And then y'all killed the dog.
2 foot of water in it that he has not touched in like 11 years.
All the little mosquito donuts in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, well, except for Hagen's arm wasn't that great and he hit the tree and it all fell in his yard. And I was like, climb your ass over there and put them in there because we're getting eat up. Like both pools on both sides of us have not been opened. Yeah. So I'm about to call Codes my damn self over the mosquitoes. We pay a freaking exterminator to come every month and he.
But if nobody else does it.
Exactly. It's bullshit. Like they should have to drain their pool or.
Our neighbor 2 doors down did the same thing. There was trees growing in his pool.
Yeah, that's how ours is beside us.
Well, you should take the money that you could save from your air conditioner every 6 months and put it toward Mosquito Joe.
But our neighbor.
No, I already paid Mosquito Joe.
beside,
Mosquito Joe said y'all have they have to do
We
something.
both did Mosquito Joe for a year and it helped. But the guy beside them, it didn't help them. Beside. So like our house, our neighbor, and then that guy.
Yeah.
We both did Mosquito Joe, but it didn't help them.
Right.
Because these were elderly people, so they were getting blasted.
Exactly.
with that grass.
That's how we are.
He didn't give two.
And neither one of them come outside of their house ever. So it's just us and we're always outside. So they just eat us alive. And we're paying for all these traps in our yard and these foggers and all this stuff and it does no good. I've even bought this little thing that was off of Amazon for like $35. It's like a no, I thought it wasn't going to be a good one. If it was a good one, I would have done it right in the microphone. But yeah, they piss us off. So we've already asked him once to like deal with it. And he's like, okay, I'll deal with it. He's like really nice, but he ain't gonna do nothing. And I might get a BB gun or something. I know. I can't go until after this. When are we?
When are you having the party?
The 20th.
What party?
You're not gonna be able to come.
Well,
You have 2 things. What are you gonna do about those?
What party?
The adoption party.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were changing the date.
I couldn't. It just made more sense to keep it that because it's the week after.
You always do things without me.
No,
Well,
just sell
This
your
is my
ticket.
first time hearing about the adoption party.
Trent, it's not just us.
Okay.
Her daughter doesn't
Daughter,
even know.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the thing: no one knows about it.
That's what we did Friday night. We went to the 4th Friday.
How was that?
It was awesome.
Was it?
Yep, y'all have to be at the next one.
Did you go?
I did,
You went?
yeah.
Was it good? You
Yeah.
represented us.
I represented. I felt like I needed to have on
Yeah.
shirts
We
or
do need
merch.
some merch.
Hey, Trent.
Yes.
Can you do graphic design ish?
I can do print on demand.
Well, I can do that, but I need the print first.
He's got a press.
Keila does it. She's got a Cricut.
No, I have no.
Ashley's got all that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't want that. I want like an actual.
I got people.
You said that you made those people's logo.
I know a guy.
do.
the logo. Oh, logos and stuff.
Yeah,
She means like
Kinda.
this,
Ish.
but kind of.
but not
But better.
Times New Roman.
That's not Times New Roman.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
That's
like Impact or
Arial.
something.
Impact.
I think I know.
It's
that.
Comic Sans, bitch.
We'll
That
get
is
some
neither. I know
curvatures
that
and some.
So I can like draw on my like iPad,
Mm-hmm.
like a. Have you ever seen like the faceless art?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
Trent has. I could do me and Kila like our faceless art.
Yeah.
I just wish I could make it cartoony. Do you know what I mean?
There's ways to do that.
Yeah,
I got.
that's what we need.
We need some Fiverr folks or some real graphics.
Yeah,
folks.
I thought you had a new helper.
I do.
You don't bring him in for our stuff.
Yeah, well, he's
No,
embarrassed.
no, it's not it.
I mean, where's our helper?
Could he do something like that?
Nah, he's a film student. Like he's not a
Oh.
graphic design guy. I got graphics people.
All right. Well, I have that one guy, and he said he would do it for $75.
I mean,
Who?
might as well hit him.
The one that did my Trailer Park Chronicles logo.
There's
He still
no-
owes me money because he never finished our Lost and Found Sisters. He was doing this.
Was it the same one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, cuss his ass out. His name's like Marquis or something.
I don't know.
Cuss
We
him out.
can, yeah, I got you.
Okay.
We can do some.
Because if we ever
AI
do that,
stuff
we can
too.
do print on demand, and then me and Keila have heat press.
Yeah.
So we can press them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll knock it out.
Yeah, let's do that. Put that on your calendar. Are you typing it in right now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Send me a
That's exactly
reminder.
what I'm doing.
I know you are.
He's
Get back to
not.
the episode.
Anyways, yeah, supposed to have an adoption party, Anniston. I didn't tell you because I know it's a touchy subject for you.
Yes. it's
I was
very
going to say, how do
sensitive.
you feel
Yeah, that's a great.
about the foster kids?
You can be honest.
I love them.
It's just a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to. I've always been the baby, and kind of like the only child half of my life because my brother went to his dad's house,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and so I was always with my mom and my dad. So I was also a senior in high school. So when they came,
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot to adapt to, especially my senior year. I definitely think that Prozac. Once I got on Prozac,
Yes.
though,
Thank you.
it's
Thank you, makers of
Yeah.
Prozac.
Yeah.
So that's
thank
what
you.
happens. You
Fluoxetine.
had to
Yes.
get medicated.
oh
Yeah.
absolutely yeah. And I think ever since then, I'm starting to adapt to it. I do have my highs and lows with it though,
Uh-huh.
but
And I
I
was
had a really bad low this week.
no, and I told her on the way up here, I was like, hormones play a huge part in that
Yeah.
because she's like, I feel like I'm high and low, and I was like, well, if you can
Yes.
dictate when it's happening, it'll probably be hormones. But if it's all sporadic, maybe you need to go see a doctor about something else. I don't know, but no, she's definitely right. And another thing that she does is that Hagen does Krav Maga like 5 nights a week, so she feels like she needs to fill in the gap for me not getting help with the kids. Which in turn overwhelms her and then makes her resentful, like toward the kids and toward Hagen. And I didn't realize that as much until Friday. Like now that makes total
I
sense.
didn't realize that either.
Right. Like, cause she does compensate a lot to make sure my life is easier. Cause that's one thing about her is like, she wants to make sure that I'm taken care of because she
Yeah.
knows I had such a rough like upbringing.
Yes.
And the first part of my life was like really rough. So she feels like she
She's
needs
a little mama bear.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
to me.
to mom.
Yes.
I just want to make sure mom's
Yes.
given the world.
And then you feel bad for them because of their situation, kind of.
The kids,
That makes you feel probably like a butthole for.
I do. I actually feel like an asshole for saying this, but like, I'm really selfish with like mom.
Mhm.
It's hard for me
'Cause
to
you want your
like
time
share
with
my
her,
mom.
yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like if I were younger and like they came into my life, but I think because 18 years, which I don't even know if that makes sense because I should be mature now.
No, I think it doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah,
No, that wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're 28.
gotcha.
The fact
be
that
tough.
yeah,
That's
your
a
best
tough-
friend, your
Yeah.
mom is taken. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's like when mom gets a new boyfriend and you're like,
My son's 25, and we just had our first grandbaby, and he feels like I've replaced him.
Okay.
Yes.
He feels like he's like, Mom doesn't even call and check on me.
yes, it's very typical to
Yeah.
feel this way.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And that's what I told you this weekend. I was like, you're like, this is not fair. I'm like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
And but this is totally normal to feel jealousy and envy and all. It totally. But like today, this morning, she shows me videos of like the day that they came, and she's like, look. And I said, you can tell like Cece had trauma. Like she said, you can see it in her eyes, and she's like, how pitiful. So yeah, she totally feels
yeah,
like
you're
so-
empathetic to them, but
Mhm.
When I babysit them alone, I love it. Like I love.
It's when how like when the mom comes and then they
And they're
turn into
bad.
brats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and they don't like me. They like mom. They only want mom, which I totally get. That
Yeah.
it's her comfort.
But
their
that's
comfort.
irritating.
Yes, but like when we're alone, we'll bake and dance, and then we blast music.
Yes.
Dance in the kitchen. I mean, the other day we went swimming. We ran right through the house, water and all. We didn't dry out for the ice cream truck. We tried to chase the ice cream truck. They ran. We all got upset. We
Yeah.
almost cried.
Yeah.
Went back outside.
Yeah, it's a hell of a time when I'm not there. But as soon as I walk in, they turn into like whiny babies,
Yeah.
cry babies, and then they don't want anything to do with it. You know how they do
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
Their dad used to do that with our grandmother, and us older cousins would be like behind Granny Nanny, like, let us catch you without her. But like when he was alone, he was fine. But he was
Yeah.
such a freaking brat when she was around, and they're the
Yes,
same
that's
exact way.
yeah.
Yeah. So she loves them when I'm not around. They're just
now, did you like kids a lot before them?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've always been like.
Like I
oh,
like babies, but I'm not.
Wait, what?
I'm not a like kid.
Yeah.
Like babies, I love
I like
babies.
I'm
And I
was
like
obsessed
little
with
one.
babies.
I like the
Yes.
Yeah.
littler the better. Then they get older and they get into stuff, and I'm
Yes.
like,
they're annoying.
I'm done.
Mhm.
Move on. Have another one. Anybody have another one? Let me hold it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am. I'm so bad. I
Yep.
mean, people bring. Oh, I can't say that on. Never mind.
Yeah, and she really wanted the babies. Like when we got, let me say this, she was 17, 16?
I was 17.
17. She was 17. So my husband's like, well, we wouldn't have even got them if it wasn't for you, like, influencing mom. And I'm like, I would have done it regardless. It doesn't matter.
Right, you would have.
Right, but she was, if she would have been like, no, don't you dare do this, I probably wouldn't have done it more than I would have if that Hagen was telling me no.
Well,
Yeah.
because when I first met you, she was taking anybody's kids.
Yeah.
Like she was just like, oh,
Mom.
yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Our family.
So,
Yep.
Can somebody, I'm taking these kids for the
Yeah.
weekend. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. I'll not that I'm trying to be a hero. I'm always thinking that like a kid that I take that's like living rough, they're just gonna have this like groundbreaking moment, and they're gonna see that life could be so much more awesome, and that's
You're
gonna
going
make
to
a
be
difference.
that good influence on
Yeah,
them.
and even
It
if it's
makes
not
them-
me, like if they come to my house and they were like, because shit that I remember, like going to
Right.
my friend Amber's and they had like 22 different kinds of cold drinks. And I'm like, wow. Like we had 1 2-liter every day, which we never drink water, which is so dumb. We should have. But anyways, like it's so bizarre to me. Like that made an impact on me. And so I always was like, I want to live like that. I want to live like where I don't have to worry about. And so I always just think if I just show this much attention, it's going to matter. Not that it's going to like, be groundbreaking or whatever, but just show them.
That is groundbreaking.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like,
That's commendable.
well, thank you. But like, I remember shit like that. When
Like I will pat you on the back because when kids come to my house and I'm like, when are you taking them? Like,
Oh,
don't sit there. I just cleaned
Mama
it.
used to hate kids.
yeah, I did used to
Like,
hate
why
kids.
are you jumping in the pool? I'm just trying to.
Because y'all were kids.
Yeah.
When
No, that
y'all were
makes
kids,
sense.
I did not like kids. It was
That
too
makes
much.
sense, yeah.
But when they got older, like I can handle smaller
Yeah.
kids, and I like kids, and
Yeah.
I want to be an impact, and I want to be positive for people. But when they were younger, no, it was too
Like
overstimulating.
my good friends' kids, like I'm close with them.
I'm not.
I like kids that I can whoop them.
yeah,
If
yeah.
I can whoop them and send them home, I'm good.
Yeah, that's me too.
Because I'm going to threaten you.
But I
whether-
like
I'm going
teenagers.
to cut your fingers off and,
Yeah, I like teenagers. I would
I do
foster.
say that. He knows
Brian's
this.
just shaking his head.
Oh, he was a sucker when we first got together. Like he would let the kids do anything.
I can see that.
Hold up, I'm still a sucker.
Yes, he is.
That sounds.
I don't say I was a sucker. I'm still a sucker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good for
My,
you,
my
Brian.
kids are the bomb, diggity bomb.
yeah. He would let
That's
them,
real.
and I'm like, no, they're not
Yeah.
supposed to be doing this.
Yeah, now I'm kind of strict like that too, though. I
Yeah.
really am. I'm fun and all that, but I'm also like, we don't. I just told the babies last night, I was like, have you lost your damn mind? No, you ain't got no sense. We don't do that. Jumping on the damn couch. Broke my $90 lamp.
Oh.
It's okay, Daddy fixed it. See, look, the look of terror on her face, because do you know how many times I've said, don't break my $90 lamp?
She's like, oh, I'm glad you did it than me.
Yes.
Well, the hell you got a $90 lamp?
Okay, well, first of all, it was half price, so it was 45, but we're not going to talk about it being 45. It was 90.
It was.
I know. It was 90.
was
I would
90.
never pay 90, but I need you to know that it was 90 at one time. I didn't pay 90.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Where'd you
yeah,
get it
I
at?
did. Hobby Lobby.
Oh, you went when they do their 50% off
Yes,
week.
the lamps.
Every other week,
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby's 50% off.
Yeah, I know you come home with that.
Right. So it was 90 and it was 45. So I
I
say,
need you to know that.
don't break my $90 lamp. And so the other day, Sissy broke and I was like, and Hank was like, I'll buy you another one. It's okay. But all it was it broke the bulb or
See, I'm
something.
going to start saying that. Don't mess with my $200 shelf.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause it was really just.
$200 what?
Those shelves on our wall in the living room are $200 a piece. But I got them and they were $100
Hey, what a deal.
Yes.
What a deal.
See?
in the living room.
Bargains.
Poor Anniston, when I said she broke my $90, she was like,
Who's breaking it?
Nobody.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
mean,
she was like, oh my God. She
I
broke
always
her
come home going, this was only $100.
Yes.
It was $200, but it was $100.
No, I'm like, I got it for a steal. It was $12. And he's like, oh, really? And then whenever it comes down to it, I'm like, that was $90. He's like, I thought it was 12. I'm like, I mean, 12. It was marked down to 12. But the value to me is 90. So, yeah. Poor Hagen.
Oh, that's so
You know,
Girl math.
when you
Brian
well,
always says
Girl
your math
math,
does
pigs.
not add up.
no. Or like when you leave it in the car for 3 weeks and you like bring one piece in at a time and set it up and they're like, didn't notice that one, gonna bring this one in. And then they're like, they never notice and you're like, God, I'd push that right on in there.
There you go. Silky smooth.
Yeah. So, anyways, being raised by Ashley, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best childhood ever, 0 being mommy dearest or child called yet.
Or
Mm,
your
Yeah, or more of my life. Yeah.
We say it.
Literally like a 9.
Let's
Aw.
go. Let's
I love you
Seriously,
so
Tim.
much.
I mean,
I
I,
didn't
think
pay-
she's bullying her though.
I didn't even give her the look. I was just like,
Nah, that was from the heart.
yeah.
that
I
was
can
good.
see that.
Yeah.
No. If I could give mom anything for the way that she did raise me, I would
Aw,
literally give
That's
her that.
love.
She really would,
man.
yeah.
That's love.
Our kids are assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all need to get them in check.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, that's my heart right there.
Yeah.
I told y'all last
Shut
week.
your mouth about Emily. Shut your mouth.
I said all 3 of them.
She is not.
She is not.
Now,
Bro.
Jaden,
Hey, that was.
he would kind of say the same thing-ish now.
I think he would have always said the same thing. He would, the way he would talk about you, like when you were.
Obviously
when
not
it would-
around because I ain't never heard it.
No, but he's always thought highly of you. When
Good.
you weren't around, oh my gosh, I always asked him like, "Who's the prettiest girl in the world? Who's the prettiest?" I don't know like, why. Why did I care to my brother? And he'd always say you.
Oh,
He did.
That's a little-
He does love. Well, obviously. he
right,
loves her, but-
right. Well, one time when he was like 6, he got off of the bus and he was in like first grade, and I didn't have makeup on, and he was like, "Mom, you're so pretty when you have makeup on.
Wow.
Not so much when you don't." I was like, "Thank you, Bob."
Damn.
He was hell to raise. He was hell to raise, and my sister always said, Anniston's going to be the one that breaks your heart just because we're so close, and she's always been so perfect, and she's literally been the best
I
kid.
feel like Jaden would break your heart more.
Oh, he did his whole childhood.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I was
Every day.
achy breaky heart over here every day. God, he was hell. He was such a turd, and he was an ass. And
Yeah.
God, he was just
How
difficult.
old is he?
21. He'll be 20.
So he was the
He's
first
21.
one.
Yeah, he's my
Oh,
first.
okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
but I shared him with his dad, so
Right.
you know, I didn't get as much one-on-one with him, and I did with Anniston. That's my heart.
That's real.
And my best friend. She really is my best friend.
That's love, man.
And that was like when she was moving out, I was like, how the fuck is you gonna leave your best friend? What the fuck?
Yeah,
No,
come
I
on.
was crying. I was crying about the same reason too. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to leave my best friend?
And I was like, we have coffee together every morning. Like, what the hell?
No, I thought, the whole time, I was literally just crying because, like,
She said when she come through the neighborhood on Sunday to get her stuff, she was like, this is so sad. I was like, I knew you were coming back.
I knew that she knew that I was coming
Yes.
back.
I said, Hagen's like, I hope this doesn't turn out to be something really bad. I was like, she's coming back. She don't like people. She's not going to be able to live with anybody.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but this could be really bad if, like, I was like, she's not going to move. Like, let her go.
Yeah.
And let her use all that energy to pack that car up. Well, she ain't got no room in her back seat anyways. But I was like, go on and let her pack it up because she's going to look real dumb tomorrow when she's packing it back in the house at 97
Like,
degrees.
Mom, can you help me carry
Uh-huh.
this in?
And then when you said, I love you, Mom. I'll be back tomorrow. I texted Jessica and I was like, I don't know if she meant she's coming to get another load tomorrow or if she's coming home. But
No, I was coming home.
I know.
Like, were you really worried she was?
No, but I was like, that's long for her to hold out.
Yeah.
Like normally 12 hours, she's good. You know, she would have been like, come back home, just didn't speak to us. But like when she didn't call for 24 hours, I was like, And then I was like, okay, she's real mad. Or I don't even
Like,
know.
I feel like you should do a photo shoot with her in pigtails with a little stick with a knapsack on it back.
Yes.
Like you're
Yeah.
running away.
The first time she ran away.
yeah.
Mhm.
First time
No,
she ran away.
when I wanted to run away when I was a kid, I was gonna go to Bob's and Wanda's.
The
Oh.
neighbors
And
that don't
I
like
would
us.
picture me putting all of my clothes into one drawer. And
Carrying the drawer.
yeah,
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
that's
That's
interesting.
efficient.
I didn't have.
That is
That's
efficient.
Yeah, I didn't have a.
You didn't
Y'all
have a
had
suitcase?
suitcases, but I can't use my dad's suitcase. God forbid. But
Anston, you had a floral duffel bag that we can't find.
we couldn't find it.
It's probably
I
at
was gonna use
Bob's.
my drawer.
It probably is.
Freaking
Why can't you use
Probably
Hagen's
No,
suitcase?
damn you, Bob.
He
Because
picky.
he's very anal about his stuff.
Yes.
Don't touch his stuff.
Yeah. I'm
Can
kind
I-
of that way too, though.
Yeah.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
You know how, like, the overarching why for the show? I feel like we just had, like, a pretty pivotal moment. Can
Yeah.
we, like, celebrate that for a
Yes.
second? Like, I mean,
What?
I don't know. Just clap.
I mean, like,
No, he's saying
this
that
is,
because
like,
then
this
the-
whole thing is about raising our moms, and
because-
like,
And then you
this
turn
is
it out
like
to
a
be awesome.
generational
Yeah.
thing that, like,
Mhm.
you've had y'all both had a deep passion for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, this is a pivotal moment
Yeah.
for, like,
It really is.
it really is.
Honestly,
It's
because
a badass mom moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all
Yeah.
should talk.
Bam.
Let's go. Y'all
Badass
did it.
mom moment.
Yes.
Y'all,
Yes.
honestly, y'all did it.
We
Yep.
could
Y'all
put that on a
broke some
shirt.
shit.
Oh, yeah,
Y'all
for
broke
sure.
Yeah.
Generational thing.
And Anniston thinks like things that bother me, and I'm like, but that right there alone is like, you have no idea how, like, I literally bask.
I've heard
Yes.
what y'all went through.
In the glory
and
of
for
how
your
perfect-
daughter
Yes.
to say that, that's a moment.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
a real
Thank
moment.
you.
Well, I don't
Seriously.
think I would be the way that I am if mom didn't go through anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If she didn't have a rough childhood, there's no telling what I would be like.
And I'll say this just to listeners: if you have kids, talk to them.
Yeah.
Talk to.
Yeah.
I knew all like 6th to 12th grade. I knew every kid in their class. I knew what they were going through. I knew who they were sleeping with. I knew all the things. And so I didn't never tell the kid that Anniston would tell me these things. But when I was around the kid, I would, hold them a little closer and be like, hey, you know you're worthy? Do you know that you're worth shit? And you don't, like, do you know that? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, no. Do you really know that you're, like, because somewhere someone is not giving you that and you are feeling like you need to seek it from a boy or whatever. I was always very one-on-one with Anniston, like, you are gorgeous. Your body is a temple. You do not let anybody, whatever, defile you ever.
Yeah.
Like, and like I said, I knew all about her friends. Every one of her friends, she'd be like, so-and-so's texting a boy that's in high school and we're in 8th grade. And then I would see that little boy in my shop and I'd be like, giving him the eye, like, I will murder you. Because I know these little girls are about to get their heart broke, how freshmen and seniors are. And then they would come to the house and I just be like, oh, please let me hug you. Just let me hug you. And I just want you to know for 1 minute, everything's going to be okay. Stop sexting with these little boys or whatever. So talk to your kids, like, for real.
That's real.
I mean, I talked to mine, but I was like, if you do that, I'll
Oh, I
murder
did
you.
that too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did
You
that
were
too.
terrified.
And I was,
And then I'd be on Instagram like, you better get this whore off this page.
yeah.
or I'm not
Oh, I
her out.
I was the mom in
Cole
school.
be like, Mom, you can't call her a whore. And I'll be like, well, let her mama say something.
Yeah, or her granny. I don't care because half the kids that I'm talking
will
about is
shut
being
this
raised by her
page
granny.
down right now.
Yeah. And the teachers knew that. The teachers knew, like, I would be like, I will come in there and fuck my kid up. And I'll fuck anybody else's kid up too. Like, they all knew that. That's just, they know me as that in the town that we're from. Like, everybody knows, like,
Yo, but that's like out of necessity.
Yeah.
That's out of like
oh, yeah,
desperate. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't have a choice.
right.
But like
Yeah.
Emily, she was good. She was so good. I never had to worry about her
I
doing
was
anything.
so good until 11th grade.
Yeah,
I had a little rough patch. I went a little wild. I got humbled.
yeah,
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
that's normal.
I'm very
Yeah,
thankful
that's-
for it though.
Well, like
100%
Emily
normal.
was really good. I know I'm going to choose my words. She was so good, was she not? But then she graduated high school.
I need you to have a mic
At her
so bad.
graduation, like she had been dating a guy that we didn't know, and he was 25.
Oh,
And I was like, what the hell?
yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah, I can get ghetto real quick. I try not to, but I can get ghetto.
Messing with my daughter.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's true. She was. But we ended up liking him.
25
And
and 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
that's
but hers, she didn't present it, though,
Mm-hmm.
till her graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mom. And I'm like,
When
Excuse
Anniston
me?
went through her rough patch, I just called her into my little crafting room. The little crafting room I had for like 3 months was like my little haven.
yeah.
And I was like, I will fucking kill you. Literally kill you. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, no. I know people say that. I will take your ass out and anybody else that is connected to you, I promise you. And then, of course, when she left, I was like, my mind either went, I'm going to either go to the extreme where I'm going to lock her in her room and never let her see the light of day till she turns 18, or I'm just going to let her go and let her figure out whatever. Like, because that's where my brain cannot do the middle. It's one extreme or the other. So I'm looking at my husband, I'm like, you're going to have to come to bat here because I'm either
Yeah.
like, I'm going to beat her every time I see her and lock her in a room, or I'm just going to be like, don't care. Go.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. But yeah, so anyways.
I honestly think that would hurt me even more.
Oh,
than-
I know it was, and that's why I didn't mean to
Yeah.
hurt you this weekend, but I wanted to like let you have a taste of what you were. I didn't want
Yeah.
to keep on like with the, you got to do this. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
I just need to let her decide because if I go in, that's going to push her further away. Because if I'm telling her like, get
facts.
get your ass home right now, she would have been like, this is why I hate living there. So I was like, nope, I gotta let her
But
figure
it's
this
hard
out.
on a mama's heart not knowing where your kids
Oh, my
are.
God.
Or when y'all move out and not knowing where you are. Or,
And I looked at Hagen and I said, oh
What
my
time you
God,
have
we
to
have to
come
do this
home.
2 more times.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's what I
mean,
told her
it is.
today. Yeah, I told her that today. You'll learn when you have kids.
or when you start driving. Oh, that's the worst because
Yep.
you don't
You're gonna learn
know.
before you have kids.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Life will teach you.
Mm-hmm.
You think
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get out until you get out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
man,
what I told
that's
her.
big facts.
And the thing is like I would let her do that and figure it out, but it's so expensive right now that you're liable to
Yeah.
lose like $8,000 just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, just don't, sis. And she don't like people, so she would never be able to do like a
Roommate.
Yeah, she don't like to be around people. That's like when she stayed with her friend this weekend. She was like, "I'll go stay in the guest bedroom," and then the friend went in the guest bedroom with her, and she was like, "Fuck, I just really wanted some time by myself." I'm like, she's used to time by herself, so
Yeah.
that's never gonna work. Like with, I knew that's why she was gonna come
Or when
home.
the girls move out, you have to worry about them locking the doors
Oh, yeah.
and doing things that,
Yes,
like,
Yep.
Emily never, she's like, "Did you come over and get in my car?
Yeah.
Somebody left my car door open last night." And I'm like, "No,
Anderson's
somebody
car don't even
broke in
lock.
it and then stole you damn purse
Yep.
thinking I come over."
Yep.
Yeah. That
She
little
also locked
things.
the keys in her car a lot, too.
Oh, she left her keys in her car
Oh my
every
gosh,
day.
the amount of times that I left my car running at school.
What? Yo,
Like,
turn
just
your
keys
car
in
off.
the
Oh, God.
ignition.
In the
Bless her.
ignition. Just
Yeah.
running.
I was about to say, is that
Yo.
the right term?
Yeah, that's
Ignition?
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
nailed it.
Look
That's
at you.
it.
Yes. So listen to this. I still have a bone to pick with this SRO. Anniston's senior year, she goes back to our
Oh my gosh,
old.
if you're watching this,
Yeah,
so help me God.
we still have beef. He knows we have beef. Senior year, she goes back to our hometown because she had went to the big city, which I say big city, but you know it's going to be. We went back to the little farm town to do her senior year. The SRO calls and he's like, "Hey, has Anniston told you about anything today?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, she had a little incident in the parking lot." And I'm like, "What? What happened?" And he was like, "Well, she hit a car." And I was like, "Oh my God." Like, she doesn't text me or anything. And she tells me everything. And I'm like, "Oh my God." And he was like, "Yeah." And she didn't report it. And I'm like, so she's like left the scene of an accident. So anyways, I'm like texting Nancy. I'm like, "What in the hell have you done?" Like, it's because thinks she just come off this bad where she got in trouble and all that with me, not the law, just me. So I'm just like, oh my God, she's just really like reckless and giving her life away and just, ramming cars in the parking lot, not even saying it. And Nancy's like, "I didn't even know I hit it." And I'm like, "How the hell do you not know you hit something?" Anyways, whatever. The guy was like, "Oh yeah, it was caught on camera too. Like it was, she posted it on Snapchat." And I'm like, "Oh, so she's bragging about it. No, this is lovely." So anyways, I'm like, "Oh, this is just great." She might as well just be in a gang at this point. Like, I don't even know what to do. I'm sending her to Scared Straight. So I'm like, of course I cuss her and I'm like, "You get your ass home as soon as," because I can't believe you've done this. And she's like, "Mom," anyways, come to find out, she bumped the car. She didn't even know she bumped the
I
car.
did not bump the car.
Well, it was like this far, right?
Yeah, literally, you couldn't even.
You couldn't put a piece of paper in between
But
it.
mind you, the radio was all the way down, and I had picked my friend up
Yep.
on the way there, and we were not even talking. We would have heard even the smallest little hit. We would have heard it.
Right. And he Snapchatted it and
Yeah.
said, like, "Look how close Anniston is to this car," like whatever. But the car wasn't actually touching, and so somehow it got back to the SRO that she hit the car, which there was no evidence that she hit the car. There was no damage to either one of the cars, whatever. So he done like churched this shit up and made it like she done left the scene of an accident, and she sideswiped 62.
Hit and run.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I like him. I'm like, so I texted him later and I was like, "No, first of all," because then they went to the little girl's car that Anniston supposedly hit and they were like, "Oh, did you know she hit your car and didn't tell you?" And then that caused like a little bit of issue, not much, but like, she was like, and it's like, "I never hit your car. I just got like
Really
that close." Yeah. And so anyways, yeah, that was another thing that like I was just like, "Oh my God." And then of course, I overreact like she did this weekend. I'm like, I'm going to have to send her to Scared Straight. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to take her out in the woods today. I'm going to have to beat the hell out of her and then let her come back. And then I'm going to beat the hell out of her and then say, "You like this? This is what your life is going to be like." But I didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal. But that's might be where she gets the overreaction.
They should really have a boot camp around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Where you could send your
They
kids.
did
to.
have
We
one in
should
Hickman.
open one.
They did have one in Hickman. It's
Yeah.
called Three Springs, and but it was so expensive. Like, we couldn't afford it. But like, rich people sent their kids, and they lived in the wilderness. It was a wilderness camp, and like I would cut hair for some of the boys because like 2 of them came and they had dreadlocks, and you can't have dreadlocks in the wilderness camp, so I had to cut their dreads off. But they would live out there for like 3 months, and they lived in the woods, no electricity, no water. Like, survival shit. That was in Centerville. I mean, Hickman County, but they don't have that anymore. Everything. So,
Well, they all got closed down for
yeah,
abusing people.
equality. Yeah. And some of that's true.
Yeah.
Some of that's fucked
Yeah.
up and shouldn't happen.
Council abusing them?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like abusing them?
Not there. Not that I know.
Abusing?
Huh?
SA abusing or just?
No. I mean, I'm sure that
I
too.
mean, it's been on TV where a lot of those.
What was that called? That was a documentary. I just watched it.
Yeah, I did too. I can't
Yep.
remember.
Mentally or SA?
Wasn't it out in-
physically, essay.
Yeah. Wasn't it out
Mentally.
in
Colorado.
Montana or
Yeah, something like that.
one of those places?
Yeah, but like this.
Like Paris Hilton, I think, brought it up.
She's one.
Brought it out. But no, then it ended up coming out like this school, and she never mentioned it at all. And then,
She didn't ever go to that school.
yeah, she did.
Ghost.
I don't know about the Paris Hilton part of it.
Yeah, she did.
I saw it.
You did
I was like, I'm like,
the
Right
the
now.
ghost.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it really?
No,
sorry.
he put it together and it came apart.
Tape-
What?
tape
What do y'all
fall
do?
The curtain came open because he had it clipped together and it came apart.
Oh, just a ghost.
And Anniston
ghost.
saw it and it freaked her out. And Brian saw it at
I
the
thought
same
she
time.
was saying she's seen the documentary.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh well, what's it called? Yeah.
I
This is
call-
not another. This is something else I'm thinking about. Didn't have anything to do with Paris Hilton.
Yeah, that one I watched was about
But
Paris Hilton.
the one in Hickman, I don't know why it closed down, but it did. But they do need that. I still think they need that. I don't think they need to physically abuse or mentally abuse. I think they need to get to the root of it, work it out, toughen them up. You know what I mean?
I think all kids should go through like a boot
Say,
camp if
say
they're
that
not going to
again, Brian.
college.
They
Sorry.
don't need to be going through the crap they've already been through there in life.
Right.
They need to be.
Right. But I think a lot of times those like the workers or whatever, especially if it's like rich kids, they're just like, you know, oh, you're just and it's like, okay, well, they can't help that they were born rich people, just like we can't help that we were born to, you know,
They being born entitled.
exactly. And that's where you have to like not break that down, but you know, you have
But
to
you have to break it down.
yeah, you have to bring it back to reality, and you know, it's the same as us. You have to build us up, but I think they have a lot of like chips on the. And I say that like I'm stereotyping people. I just feel like the abuse comes from people just being like, oh, it's just a bunch of rich kids and whatever. It's like, well, money don't make freaking happiness, and money don't show you
Yeah.
love. And
No.
I mean, most people that have money don't show their children love because they have to work for the money.
They pay somebody else to show them.
Exactly. So, just like I was talking about Anniston's little friends, they weren't, none of them were poor or anything. It's just that, you know, they were being raised by grandparents, or mom and dad were not there, or mom and dad weren't there emotionally. And it's,
Be real. Come live with us for a week.
yeah, it's pitiful. So, talk to your kids for real. Get to know your kids. Have a relationship with your kids. Tell them you love them. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to say it comes back on you because people are going to be who they want to be. But when your kids are inadequate and they're not, me and Anniston were talking about this girl being a whore. And I said, actually, that's really sad, Anniston, because somewhere somebody,
She's seeking love.
yes,
Yeah.
did not give that to her. So make sure you do that for your kids because it means a lot. And we love
Ain't
y'all.
No mama want a whore for a daughter.
Are we
No.
done?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's
Are we
bad.
done?
I think so. That was a beautiful episode.
think it was, too.
Anniston, thank you for being
Yeah.
here. You killed it. That was great.
She's so cute.
That was so good.
We're going to
though.
put links to her YouTube from 8th grade.
Y'all welcome.
Y'all will.
Y'all welcome. That's right.
Oh,
But yeah,
in 8th
take
grade.
us out officially.
Yes. Anniston, tell them. Say thank y'all for listening. And
Oh,
thank you, Cherry.
thank you, everybody. It was an honor for them to have me on the podcast.
Aw, she said it was an honor.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
No,
Yeah.
wait. It was
Did-
supposed to be funny.
It was
What?
fun.
Did I not say it right?
I thought you said it right.
I thought it was so sweet.
Like, y'all are honored to have me,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
like saying
Yes.
it for y'all.
yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
We were
Okay.
trying.
They were honored to have me
Yeah.
on the podcast. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
Love you guys.
like, follow, share.
Like, follow, share, 5 likes, and I'll pour water on mom. Oh my gosh.
Pour water on mom. What the hell?
Yeah.
Only if I'm in the pool.
live.
What? Yes.
You'll put, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
5 likes.
Yes.
For
5
5
likes.
likes.
I'm gonna like
Yeah.
it 5 times.
I
right
will
now.
too.
Only
Can't
like
be
it one
nobody.
time.
Can't be nobody that's already liked it. That's be new likes.
I think
We love y'all though.
We do. This was
Yeah.
cool.
This was cool.
This was really cool.
Love
It was
y'all.
fun.
So lovey.
Should I sing?
So much
Yeah, go ahead,
love.
sing us out. Oh, say she has her mom's
It's crazy
voice.
because we were thinking the same song.
Why would that be it? That's wild. All right. Love y'all.
We
Y'all
love you
killed
too.
it.
All right, play
Appreciate
ball.
y'all.
Yes.
Play ball.
Bye, bitches.
Play ball.
Thank you for staying around for all of our crazy,
Be sure to like, follow, and share with everyone you know.
even them whores you don't like.
And leave us a 5-star review.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, bitches.